Hi everybody, Llewellyn with Warren to Whimsy here tonight. I'm going to be working on this little desk back here. I got started on this yesterday and I worked on the Dixie Belle main page. I know a couple of you are on there watching. So I'm going to continue it, and today I think I'm going to finish out some of my galaxy sky. I need to add a few more lights. I think the sky's looking pretty cool on that side. And continue it a little bit in here, but I don't want it too far over here. I want it pretty dark on this side. And then we're also going to be working on the water down here today. And that's my plans. Let me get my brushes. This is the small oval Dixie Belle brush. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to keep moving this over this way. And I'm going to go in. This was a pretty fun look to try. I haven't actually done a galaxy sky before, so I watched like 4 YouTube videos and just decided to go for it. I'm going to go in with peacock first. And all I really did was stipple it on there, and then I just kind of lightly blended them together. First brighter, and then went back with darker. And I like a little bit of color, so the galaxy should be fun. It's right up my alley with all these colors. I've got the amethyst as my purple and cobalt for my blue. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of cobalt in here, kind of darken some parts of it up. And my brush is still pretty wet, which is working well because it helps me to blend it. And I just kind of worked on one section at a time last night, and it seemed to do pretty good for me. I guess my last cloudy sky piece that I did, it kind of had some of these colors in it, so. And then I'll go over and I used the white, I got my brush wet and just flicked it on there. That part was probably my favorite part. Okay, so the last part, and I'm going to do this while it's a little bit wet, I'm just grabbing a little craft brush, and once you kind of get an area stippled in with all of these colors and they're kind of all blended together, I might bring it in a little closer here. Mind the bump. There we go. So y'all can see. That looks good. And it's still damp. If I need it any more wet, I will spray it. Okay, so I sprayed my water, I sprayed my paintbrush a little bit. So I've got this little paintbrush, and it's pretty wet, and it has just a little bit of cotton on it. And kind of the last thing I did was add in some lighter color. Almost as if there's like a whole cluster of stars right in the middle, because it's supposed to sort of look like the Milky Way, I'm hoping. The galaxy sky idea. Okay, I'm trying to kind of hurry along this little side here for you guys so that we can get to the fun part, because I'm going to do the water here in a second, and I'm more excited about the water than the sky, because I also am doing a ship on this piece, and it's going to go slightly off center, I think, right here, up the right side, and back you out, and then this is the water down here, so the ship's going to start right about here and then go straight up. That will be a fun part of it too. And I'm just going back and forth now with the 3 colors and sort of just circling and blending them together. Caviar, amethyst, and cobalt is like my bright blue. But I haven't done anything like, I haven't done anything with ships in a while. So I decided it was time. Okay, so I'll probably be able to splatter this side as well. If you look close, there's little tiny stars, but I'll have to go in and make some of them bigger. I think I'm going to do a couple little stars right now. Add them in there. And I was just using cotton. Might use a little hint of blue in it, just to make it imperfect. Or not so bright, I should say. And for the stars, I just kind of dotted it on there for the bigger stars. I might even like make it not so perfect around the edges so it's a little fuzzy. Fuzzier stars. It needs to be a little wet for that though. There we go. Middle dot. There, have some extra stars in there. So that's how I did the stars, just the cotton in the brush, like a little finer tip brush. Okay, so I'm going to move on down and work on my water a little bit because I've got my fantastic sky in there. I'm going to back it out just slightly. And I always have different colors for everything. So the water is going to be in the navy, which makes sense. It's this deep blue color. And I'll probably be adding some Yankee blue. It's kind of like this gray blue. I thought it would be really good for nighttime highlight color. Grab my brush. And I'm just gonna get my waterline in there really quick. Where was my, I used a different blue too. I need in the navy, this is Bunker Hill blue. That's what's wrong. I've got it right here, babe. So. Okay. Got a new one for this one too, so bear with me 2 seconds. There we go. There's in the navy. I knew the other one looked off. It's like a gray blue. Because I wanted there to be some difference between my sky colors and my ocean colors. So I'm putting a nice coat of in the navy right on. Sorry guys, I'm left-handed and I have the camera on the other side, so I'm going to move a little bit. You know, you guys probably can't tell because it's all backwards there. So this is my Yankee blue and I'm putting it on over in the navy. And the in the navy is still wet, but I'm going to do some highlights and make some waves kind of off in the distance. because they're further away, so I kind of wanted them to blend together a little bit. Okay, I'm still just moving down towards the bottom. I'll probably finish this out, but that gives you guys an idea of my waves and my sky. Next, I'll be putting the boat in, and apparently a mermaid. I think she's going to be down here. So this is going to be one fantastic piece. The ship is going to be the main focus, and I wanted it to be just big right here in your face with like these big billowing sails and all of these lines going up the ship that you can see. So I'll have to decide if it works against the sky or not, but I think so far will be good. I might have to change a few things, but I like it so far. It looks a little crazy. It almost looks like lightning in that sky from that camera angle. Anyways, so that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight. My usual time going live is Wednesdays at 4, so if you want to catch me next week, I will be there. All right, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you next week at the same time. Thanks.